Excellent and merit.
90, 108.
You've got your super challenge questions as well.
Excellent. Positive behaviour, write it down.
The perimeter on the outside.
Thank you.
Teamwork encourages students to work collaboratively, develop a sense of identity and share their knowledge. At the CTC Kingshurst Academy in Birmingham, English teacher Rebecca Smith gets her students really engaged by putting them into carefully structured mixed ability teams and rewarding their teamwork.
You have got 10 headlines there. I would like you to decide 5 of them that you think are based on fact and 5 of them that you think are based on opinions. We really need to see you discussing these ideas. You've got to decide as a team.
The primary reason for using the team teaching approach is to really aid the development of students' social skills as well as their learning and their own individual progress. For example, in today's lesson, we see a higher achieving Year 7 group who initially, when I taught them at the start of the year, were very independent but sometimes very reluctant to share ideas with others, so that the reward and the success that they achieved was their personal success. What I wanted to achieve was a shared sense of success in which students could show their learning and teach others to help boost their own learning, really.
Hard-working teacher kicked out of job due to selfish immigrant neighbour.
Opinion.
Yeah.
That's just accusing.
Opinion.
I like to organise the teams for a period of about a half term, as I feel that it gives them more time to build their relationship with each other and to build that team spirit, really.
If you can just bring your conversations to a close. Well done, this team's ready.
I use just jam jars and marbles as a reward. When students started their team building activities, we discussed what kind of things would be rewarded. So active listening would be one, so groups that are listening to each other and their ideas. Everybody participating in a group, a whole group's achievement. And it's this idea of the team reward rather than an individual reward that can motivate and draw perhaps some of those that are slightly more apathetic or any weaker learners in to achieve then.
What we need to think about now, and I want you to discuss this in your teams, why is there bias in the news? 2 minutes to discuss and be ready to feedback.
You can make the newspaper want to believe something, like make the reader want to believe something, and it catches their eye more.
Yeah. Because the headlines are the first thing that you see in the actual page in the newspaper, so it needs to actually be interesting and like more dramatic, isn't it?
Good use of active listening to each other. Keep going.
I always try to use groups that are mixed ability, where there will be a stronger character and some perhaps more quieter characters. And it's a fantastic opportunity really for those students that are perhaps more vocal, or even others that really need to develop their leadership skills. They can take the group down a certain path, lead a discussion, generate feedback, rather than just simply relying on me choosing them to answer a question.
What alternative have we got then? Can I ask number 3 in Girly Duck Bobs? Who's number 3?
Each team member has a number. This is useful for me in terms of I can specifically target questions and use it for assessment for learning in order to engage those students that are sometimes quieter in terms of volunteering ideas, or even those students that perhaps need to be engaged a bit more and ensure that they're focused. The numbering system really ensures they have to be ready.
What impact do you think that would have on the reader?
It makes them feel sorry for her because the bears are suddenly rushing towards her trying to get at her.
Yeah, really well explained.
So as the lesson progresses, it's nice to move from the group discussion that generates the ideas, it helps them to clarify any misconceptions, to then move on towards an individual-based task with still the support of each other.
Each member of your team has to write a lead paragraph with a different bias.
I find that this helps to avoid any sort of shared work or copying in a way. So I try to differentiate it individually within the group, so they've all got an individual task to complete. At the end of each lesson, students collate their totals on their individual team sheets, and the team sheets show their own team identity with their name and a logo that fits with their team image. And out of the lessons during the week, each team total is collated daily.
Bring your marbles to the front.
At the end of the week then they can be issued with a small prize, usually certificates to go home, and I think the team reward has a greater benefit and holds greater weight than an individual merit would. They're desperate to know at the end of each week which team has won, and that means that they've been the most successful.